You know, it's funny how heartbreak doesn't ask for permission. It just shows up. One moment you're building a life with someone, dreaming about tomorrows, and the next, you're staring at a cracked ceiling at 3 a.m., wondering where it all went wrong. I've been there. I've felt the kind of silence that rings louder than noise. I've watched the love of my life walk away, and I stood there, still, like maybe if I stayed still long enough, time would reverse. It didn't. But here's what I learned in that stillness. Heartbreak doesn't destroy you, it reveals you. It tears down everything you built for someone else and forces you to ask, what do I build now, just for me? At first, I tried to fill the void. More noise, more people, more distractions. But the pain, it doesn't leave until it teaches. And the lesson was this: you can't outrun grief. You sit with it. You learn its name. You let it speak. I remember walking through the city one night, hours after we said our final goodbye. The streets were wet, and the lights looked softer than usual. A stranger asked me for directions. I gave them, and for a moment, I existed outside my pain. That was the second lesson. You're still here. Even if your heart feels like it's been ripped out, you're still breathing. And that means there's still something worth living for, even if you don't see it yet. Heartbreak has a way of stripping you bare. It shows you what matters. It makes you ask, was I showing up for myself the way I showed up for them? In my case, I wasn't. So I started showing up. One morning, I made my bed. One afternoon, I went to the gym, not to get revenge, not to glow up, but because my body deserved my love. One night, I lit a candle and sat in silence, listening to my thoughts instead of drowning them out. And slowly, something beautiful happened. I stopped waiting for someone else to give me peace. I started creating it. Look, heartbreak will change you. That's the point. It either breaks you down or breaks you open. You get to decide which. I decided to let it open me, to see the pain not as punishment, but as proof that I felt something real. And that means I'm still capable of love. Deeper, fuller, wiser love. Not just for someone else, but for myself too. If you're listening to this right now, maybe your world feels a little dim. Maybe the nights are heavy and the mornings empty, but I promise you this pain won't last. But the strength you build from it will. So let it hurt. Let it teach. And when you're ready, let it go. You've got time. Don't waste it chasing ghosts. You're not broken. You're becoming. Until next time.